What
are you doing?
Nothing. So here's a quick look at my 2019 Outback from Hobie. I had this on layaway for a couple months now, and I finally picked it up. Just my luck. Last week when I was supposed to pick it up, we had a winter storm and I wasn't able to go and pick it up. And then we were on the winter weather advisory warning this weekend. So I took off work early Friday so I can get up there and get it and bring it back before the snow and the ice started. But I've got it in my basement slash reloading room slash gym. And I kind of threw on all the stuff I've accumulated over the months, getting ready for its maiden voyage. I was very skeptical of spending all this money on a kayak, but I was looking at the Slayer propels very hard and almost bought one, but they were just a couple $100 less than this Hobie, and it coming with an oar and all the bars and tracks. It kind of sold me on it. And not only that, but I got to demo it and play around with it from our local dealer about an hour away, and really decided to go for the plunge. And we'll see how it works out this spring, but I'm really excited for it. Here in Missouri we still got snow and ice on the ground, so right now I'm just kind of stuck playing in the basement. But I've added my stickers on it already. And my dealer, the day I did travel Friday to go pick it up, the dealer did get the new liner seals in, so they had it installed already by the time I picked it up, so that was nice, a big plus. I went ahead and put some marine goo in all the screw holes, so we'll see how that does as far as the water. One of the first things I did was I went ahead and swapped the bars in the front to the bungees in the back. For me, when I got in it, it seemed like it was a little bit easier on my legs, not hitting the bar, rubbing the bar. The way I set it up, I don't think I would ever use the track and the outside, the bar track and the outside track at the same time. It just seemed like there was too much going on. I'm either going to use one or the other, so I went ahead and swapped them, and we'll see. It's not a difficult swap. It took me maybe an hour to reseal all the holes and get them reinstalled. If I don't like it, I can swap it back. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and keep it that way for my maiden voyage. Another member on one of the forums mentioned these Husky boxes from Home Depot, and they fit in there perfect. At least one of them does. I bought the larger one, but it was just too large. It was about 1 inch too long for it, but the smaller one will fit perfect. What I need to do with it, and it seems like there's a good ample room underneath the seat, at least from what I'm used to. Again, I'm used to cheaper kayaks, Pescador Pilot. I played around with one of them until the Pilot drive broke, and then also the Journey, the Sun Dolphin Journey model. I played around with that and took it fishing in the Buffalo River in Arkansas for a couple years and enjoyed that. This is a huge upgrade for me, and I'm kind of excited. I went ahead and added some matting I got off of eBay. I paid $55 for the whole roll. I haven't even used half of it yet, and it seems so far sticking, so we'll find out how long it'll last. But I put it in my cup holders and the trays, and I didn't go too crazy with it. And then underneath my crate, I went with a milk crate for now, an oversized one. I bought this at milkcratesdirect.com. If you buy 6 of them, they can ship in the same box, so it saves on the shipping price. And when I bought 6 of them, I think it averaged out to $10 a crate. So for me, it wasn't bad. I bought some orange ones and some gray ones and black ones, and just kind of played with the color. see which one I was gonna use. And right now I just kind of got some miscellaneous things thrown in there. The floating net, I went ahead and extended the handle out a little bit with some EMT conduit, and then I just added a little more flotation onto it. We'll see how well that works. The C-tug, I'm going to try that. I'm not a fan of the scupper carts. I know Hobie reinforces their scupper plugs, but locally we've had 2 owners that did have scupper hole damage in their Hobies. One was warranted and replaced without cost, and the other one was not, but it was an older kayak as well. But for now I'm just going to try the C-tug and see how well that does. I've got it strapped down right now just to that hook in the back. I went ahead and had the dealer install the 8-inch hatch in the rear for when I do plan to run any electronics or put a battery back there. And the dealer also installed my anchor trolley as well. It's the new LeverLoc one, and just playing with it, it seems pretty cool. I'm glad I got the LeverLoc model. Seems to lock up well. Again, I'm a newbie, especially to the pedal power. The Pilot I had was just for a little while, and I just was not really impressed with it. And then of course the pedal drive ended up breaking. I got the Yak Attack, both the new models of the rod holders. We'll see which one I prefer, and probably that one. I'll probably only use one per trip. I don't really put out a lot of lines here in Missouri. We're not offshore, as we're landlocked. I made a GoPro mount thanks to kayak catfishing video he put on, and I'm going to add some flotation to that as well, and see how that does. An NRS Chinook PFD. But I'm excited. I just can't wait for the snow and ice to melt away and not come back, and we'll get out and do some fishing. I'm not sure yet if this is the solid way I'm gonna mount the crate. I will play with it and find out if that is a secure way or not. That's one of my questions I had. I'm a member of MoYak and Camo, Kayak Anglers of Missouri, and so hopefully on the forums I'll get some insights and some tips and tricks on rigging these and getting them ready for some fishing action. One downside to the swap of the bungee system to the front and the bars to the back is the tethers. You will no longer have these 2 tethers in the front. So what I've done is I've used some retractors and I've mounted them inside, and so I actually have retractors here. I have one here and I have one inside there on them pliers as well. So if I do need to hook something up to a retractor, these will go ahead and secure it. Granted, it's not as thick as the original ones, but I think it'll work. Again, this is all kind of prior placement before my first maiden voyage, so we'll find out. I put it's an oar holder, but I went ahead and used one. I watched it on another channel where the person placed the net forward so he didn't have to reach behind him every time while he was fishing, so I'll try that out as well, and then see if that works. One of the complaints on the Hobie that is the way the oar is. Now, I'm pretty sure I did this right. It seems like it's only got one way to do it, but man, it's flimsy. It's a lot flimsier than I thought it would be. So I guess I'm gonna have to go and get the clamp on ones to secure it better, because there's no way. That'll drive me nuts. My military OCD will drive me nuts 30 minutes in the boat with that swinging and banging. So I might have to figure something out with that. Again, if you have a tip or a trick that you've done on mounting yours, go ahead and let me know. I'd greatly appreciate it. This is kind of my first real kayaking video for the channel. I've got a couple videos I loaded up just to get the channel started and just to figure out how to use the YouTube editor. There's no way I'm a professional or trying to get professional sponsorship for this. I'm just doing it for fun. Like my intro says, I'm a retired GI living in the Show Me State in Missouri in the Ozarks, and I just love the outdoors. My whole family does. Whether it's mountain biking, swimming, fishing, kayaking, shooting guns, we love the outdoors, and we love doing things in it. I made the camera pole another thing. I guess you can really praise all the YouTube channels. This is a $10 Vivitar mono stick. You get them at Walmart or any. I think I got this one at the military base. But you take the bottom. Actually, this is the top. So you take the top mounting portion off, and then you take the bottom spike that they come with off, and you can hook up a 1/4-20 nut and bolt, and I'll eventually put a ball head on this. I have 2 ball heads on order, one here and one for the front PVC one, and then I put on a Scotty mount on the back, and we'll see how that holds up. Right now, just sitting in it, it seems like it's got a little sway in it, and I don't know if that's just me being picky, or if that Scotty mount really isn't that great. So I'll try it out and see again on my maiden voyage and see whether I like that or not. I may just stick with the front mount with a ball head on top of that for a better view. Again, the bars in the back, I'll be able to mount an antenna and even fishing pole holders if I was ever to troll or do other things in the back. And it leaves a little more openness in the front. And I don't have to worry about my legs or knees banging on the bars, which when I did demo a couple times, I did notice it. I'm not a real big guy. I'm 5'8", 200 pounds. But this I think I'll get a little more room, comfort room in the cockpit. I think we'll try it and see. I think that's about it for this one. I did the old breakaway tether with a zip tie on the anchor. We'll see how that works out. I'm not sold on the, I guess this is the Yak Attack, or I think it's Yak Attack anchor line. To me it's just a little small. I don't know, I think I'd want a larger diameter, maybe a floating anchor line. But again, I'm a newbie, so more suggestions or tips on that would be recommended before I make another purchase, I guess. I think that's about it for this go around. Again, I hope everyone's surviving the New Year snowpocalypse in tight lines, everybody, and I hope to meet some of you guys on the Missouri waters in the future. This is Sarge saying, get out, go fishing, get outdoors and do something. Thanks.